a very real threat of not just tornadoes, but strong tornadoes, EF2 plus. Southern states like Arkansas are again bracing themselves, parts of the Midwest on high alert too. That's a live picture from Texarkana, Arkansas. You saw that temperature right now, 78 degrees. And this is just brutal for folks that are still recovering from that devastating outbreak of severe weather Friday and into the very early part of the weekend. You can see where some of those tornadoes were confirmed from Friday. And then you look at the threat zone for this evening and tonight, particularly those areas in the darker red, a very likely threat, and pink, a significant threat. That's where we have the concern for those EF2 plus tornadoes, in addition to damaging wind gusts and some large hail that'll likely be produced by those storms. You saw where those tornadoes were, some displaced outside of the threat zone, but then as we move into the day tomorrow, we'll have some strong storms at the onset of our Wednesday through the morning hours, and then as the atmosphere regenerates, intensifies and destabilizes, we'll see the threat for more severe weather up and down the lower Great Lakes through the Ohio Valley and points south from there. And that's exactly what Future Track is showing you. Look at this now. This is 10 p.m. local time, 10 p.m. Central. You've got those discrete storms, individual cells. That's what we're concerned about. Later this evening, through the overnight hours tonight, southern parts of Missouri, through much of northern Arkansas there. And then here comes the actual front, a broken line of storms that'll move through, presenting some of the same threats and likely a more widespread straight line damaging wind threat. Look at that coverage, 7 a.m. First thing tomorrow morning, folks trying to get back to school, work, and you've got some powerful storms rolling on through that line as it moves into an environment through the afternoon and evening that will be more favorable for supporting some of those strong and severe storms into tomorrow afternoon in those areas displaced off to the east. That's where we'll see a renewed, very likely threat of severe weather, Jane. So unfortunately, like we've had with the last couple events, this is a multi-day setup that we're seeing some of these big concerns.
I'm Amy Freeze. Welcome to Fox Weather's YouTube page. We have more great videos on the way, so make sure to subscribe to stay updated on all things weather.